Neil. You right?
Yeah, mate, all good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Rick.
Your Audi S3 AL.
Yep.
What's the year?
02.
02, yeah.
Plate.
Pretty stockish looking from the exterior.
Yeah, I'd say it looks fairly stockish.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's got a little hint from the title. I would have put the highest power figure possible. So it's running 544
horsepower, yeah.
That is insane. And you purchased this car 2 years ago.
Yep.
And it already had a built engine, did you say?
Yeah, already had a built bottom end.
Yeah.
Head was stock. Running a GT28 turbo, 400 horsepower. And after destroying that, the only way is up with an upgrade. Fully built the head, full Supertech valve train, double valve springs, exhaust valves, inlet valves, Piper cams, and then GTX 3071 own developments turbo to finish it off.
You say you go standalone? Emerald
Yes,
ECU?
Emerald K6 Plus standalone management as well.
Tuned by that?
Tuned by Emerald as well, yeah. It was purely for an ease thing because a lot of people can't tune the standard ECU with the features like flat shift and things like that.
Is that what this has got?
Yeah, flat shift, launch control,
okay.
rolling anti-lag.
And it revs up pretty high as well, you say?
Yeah, it goes, today it's about 8 because I haven't fully set it up, but 8.2 normally it revs to.
Gee, that must scream.
Yeah, it does. It's a bit nerve-wracking. The revs only go to sort of 8, so it goes off the clock.
Yeah. And you say it was a little inspired by the S3 on the internet?
Yeah, everyone knows the blue Audi S3.
Mm-hmm.
That's now like 1400 horsepower. So that's stupid.
Yeah. Has it got R32 engine in it? Or?
Yeah, that's where it loved. But the car itself was where I got my love for it from.
I'm really liking what you've done with this because it looks very OEM. It looks almost like club sporty spec.
Yeah.
The only giveaway, I suppose, is the wheels. Would you say? Obviously, it's got the single exhaust.
Yeah, things like that. Someone might notice the cage.
Yeah. And
the bucket seats, but in reality, it still just looks like an S3.
What is it running? Methanol injection?
It does run methanol. It's not at the moment purely because it's not really going to be of much use.
Yeah. So it's not meth dependent, no?
No, it's purely just used for cooling.
Wow. So you could map this with more power.
Yeah, because I'd need some safety features to run it, but yeah. And
what is the engine good for and the turbo?
Engine should be good for about 6. Turbo is near enough maxed out by a couple of PSI.
What are the wheels?
They are Compomotive Motorsport TH 1882s. Most people will probably recognise them as a Ford wheel. Rather than a German wheel. They're mostly on Cozzies and Escorts and stuff like that.
What have you done with braking and suspension?
Leon Cooper R Brembos, DS 2500 pads, EBC discs, I think.
Okay.
Suspension, AP coilovers, H90 roll bars, Polybush front and rear, solid top mounts, adjustable.
So you've got the bucket seats, you've got the half cage as well. And even under the engine bay, you couldn't even see anything, can you? Do you want to have a little look at it?
It's fine.
You've got the carbon mirrors. Really, really like this. My uncle used to have one in black, I had one in grey.
Yeah, carbon splitter as well.
Okay, yeah, carbon.
Custom 3-inch exhaust from turbo back.
Yeah.
It does have a power valve in it. If you press a switch underneath the dashboard, it shuts the valve to make it quieter.
Okay.
Don't really work.
Don't work.
No, it's still too loud anyway.
Okay. You've got a strap brace in there as well, yeah?
Yeah, strap brace.
Yeah, adjustable.
Yeah, adjustable top mounts.
Yeah.
It's fairly sort of standardish there.
Yeah. But this is a beast in disguise, right?
It's got a pro alloy intercooler.
Okay.
Quite a big intercooler, not only about 50mm thick, but it pretty much covers the whole. The front bumper.
Like I say, it's hidden as well.
Yeah, probably not good for airflow, but I don't really want to cut the front bumper because I try and keep it hidden.
Yeah. So what you going with, like the sleeper-ish kind of?
Sleepers-ish.
Yeah.
Anyone that knows cars probably will know that it's a bit more than what it's meant to be, but to most people it's just an Audi.
Yeah. Have you done anything with the hold deck system?
I mean the Howdeck system's a good stock. I mean I've got a controller, so I can adjust more to the rear, only as much as 50%.
Yeah.
But the Emerald actually takes care of that now, so after 7 PSI, it just kicks in 50-50.
Drive shafts, everything's cool, so like, do you launch it and stuff?
Yeah, I was a bit scared when I first bought it, but it's done me proud.
No, I have no issues, nothing really.
No, not as yet.
Alright, should we jump out, take a spin?
Yeah, sure, mate.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Tell me, is this car not looking sick on camera? Proper club spot spec, man. You should call this the S3 GTS. Mint as well inside.
There's a few things that need tying up, but I'm not into. It's never going to be a show car. It's just meant to be clean because it's used as it's meant to be used.
And do you have any other cars?
Yeah, I've got a daily. It's nothing special. It's just a mapped 330D.
And is that your meth light there?
Yeah, that's to tell me when it's injecting.
Where does it spray?
I was going to say, we should point it out. And where the inlet manifold is, it's got a throttle body adapter, and it just literally goes into the side out. So it's just after the throttle body. Is it a custom port? No, it's a part that you can buy online.
Got your original Bose sound system as well?
Yeah, I keep that. I like my creature comforts a little bit. The aircon did work once.
It did once,
It did work. I had it regassed, it didn't work. So I think it's a pump thing.
Fucking hell. Screams, doesn't she?
Screaming pipe is pretty loud. It's definitely not a quiet car.
544 horsepower, man. That's some serious power. What is the weight?
I don't actually know. These standard are about 14, 50, depending on the spec that it came with.
Yeah.
I've stripped it all out, obviously. The seats weighed, I don't know, 60 kilos on their own, and these weigh about 7.
Okay.
I'm not really too sure what it weighs. I'd like to think mid 13s, low 13s, hopefully.
Yeah, because my S3, I remember when I used to really lean on it, I used to get the back end out on it. It used to snap from the rear.
Yeah.
And it ever snapped on you from the rear?
No, around on track it's caught me out, but that's...
From the rear, yeah?
Yeah, it used to kick out a little bit. It's pretty...
That's how I drive, man.
Yeah, that's it.
How much do you actually drive anyway?
Not as much as I'd like, because I don't use it as a daily, so my daily just gets used and abused, and this goes out whenever there's a car show or
Sweet.
night in Mexico.
Yeah, you ain't playing with that gear shifter, are you? Jeez. Can you flat shift with this, yeah? Like... No, boy. Yeah, the brakes felt good then, didn't they?
Brakes work. I think you need them extra little bits. I was at a bit too today. It being four-wheel drive, it don't spin, it don't.
That bangs, doesn't it, through the? Is that the flat shift where it bangs?
Yeah. Ignition cut. Boost doesn't drop off between gear changes. So you go flat throttle. Don't take your foot off the throttle.
What's it been like maintenance-wise? Like, is it anything gone wrong with it?
To be fair, no, I don't think it has. It's me just changing bits all the time.
Yeah.
So it's always me doing stuff. So it's never really been off the road because I've actually broken it more. Just because I'm rating stuff all the time.
No, man, that drives through the whole cabin like fucking, so it's gonna break. Do you work on the car yourself?
Yeah, I've pretty much done a lot of it myself.
Okay.
Changing the turbo kit over, oil changes. The only thing I haven't done is obviously built the head and the block.
Sweet, man. Must save a lot of money like that as well, right?
Yeah.
How has fuel been affected in the car, would you say, since the injectors?
It's not too bad, to be honest with you. On a long run, driving at 70, it probably not far off stock, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because if you're not on boost, you're not using the extra fuel anyway.
It scares me, man.
I must be because I'm used to it, I don't know.
Wow, man. It's like you're beating the shit out of the car, man. But clearly that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too bad, don't get me wrong, it's nothing like that's good for the car.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad. It's not a harsh tune-up as well. Like my launch control doesn't spit flames and stuff like that because you can have a really hard launch.
And what do you have planned? Is the car complete to you? Or?
Any car's ever complete. I'm trying to get some more carbon fibre for the outside.
Okay.
And engine-wise, I'm pretty much there now.
Wow, man, that starts to wind up hard, doesn't it? Yeah, you can't touch the controls, man. It reminds you of the Mark 5 mode, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sound-wise, isn't it? That's a sound you don't get with like an S3, is it?
No.
That's just something else. That's a whole different... road.
It does. It is really well planted, this car.
Wow. You don't mess about, do you? So how much have you actually spent on the car? Like, must have been quite good.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the car for 5k, just in the 28 forged engine, and obviously since then I've pretty much done everything. I don't know, probably 15 plus.
15 plus, yeah?
Yeah, maybe 20, including the car. So
Mate, I think it's well worth it, man.
yeah, I wouldn't say that's too bad, really.
Mate, the finish and the mods you've done on this are just absolutely perfect, I'm telling you.
There's a few little bits like this, but for me they get put to the side because I sort of learned to live with them.
Mate, you spent the money on the right things, 100%.
That's right, there's another strap on the other side.
Mate, that's a heavy wheel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's got
It's
an R32 rack. Now I don't really know how heavy they're meant to be,
Yeah,
but I like it. I like the heavy steering. To me, it's more,
I do as well.
more feel.
Yeah, I'm not even complaining. I just wasn't expecting it. I don't even think I've asked you. What about clutch?
4-pedal clutch with dual mass flywheel still. It handles the power really well. A lot of people like, well, I used to run in a dual mass.
Clutch feels nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it kind of the OEM clutch in a way because it's still got the dual mass, the 4-pedal as well. Copes with the power.
That's a lovely way that is.
Yeah, it's nice. To the heavy steering,
Yeah,
it just.
man, you've transformed the way this is supposed to feel. No Audi's ever felt like this.
I'd like to take all the credit, but I think it's just fallen that way. To be honest with you.
Man, nice grip on that wheel as well, man. What's this like? I must have fake Alcantara or something because this feels like it's all sticky almost.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the wear of Alcantara eventually.
yeah. I like how that's coming in the cabin,
Yeah.
like. Yeah, the brakes are nice as well. Sick. That is sick. Yeah, you gotta bang that in, ain't you? I like this car a lot, you know that. This car, I reckon this car, if you ever thought about selling this, was selling the Flash, I reckon. There's few cars I get into and I'm like, what? Like, I wish it was mine, like. This is one of them, honestly. Like, I love every touch you've done to it.
Everyone's got a price.
We ain't living that YouTube life yet, man.
Yeah, no,
everyone thinks
it.
I am.
Yeah.
But not quite there yet. And there's a traction permanently disabled in this.
It's an interference between the Emerald standalone and the traction control.
Yeah.
So it's hard to switch it on and off. They're working that out as well, I believe. It's just little issues and stuff, but it works anyway.
Anybody that's thinking about these CAE shifters, get one, man, ASAP. If you're considering it, you can properly drive with one of these, can't you?
It feels nice, doesn't it? It's a bit unnerving because it's so short, but it sort of bangs it into gear.
Mate, no, honestly, thank you for letting me drive as well, man. I really appreciate it. Right, I'm going to end the video. Do you want to plug your social media? I know you're on Instagram. I don't know if you really want to plug that.
Oh, not really, mate. Like, I'm not
What's that, your family Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, it's just my Instagram, man. Like.
So, no.
You can follow me on Neil Nige Millbank on Instagram if you want to follow the S3.
Yeah. Any pictures?
Yeah, there's pictures, videos, pretty much a build. It's a build really on Instagram, and there's one on Facebook, but Instagram's where it's at. So,
thank you very much.
No, that's right, mate. Yeah.
Guys, as always, if you did enjoy the video, please hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.